What is going on, guys? Bearded Bricks here with another weekly update for the MOC. This week I have continued to work on some of the other buildings that are in that back part. I have said this a couple times, but like I said, I'm going to finish this back part before I move on. I cannot wait to get this section completed and the next section to lay it all out and to add the streets and all the sidewalk design. Then I will be ready for the next set of base plates for the middle section. In this process, we did build the Daily Bugle. I will say that I loved the set, but there's a bunch of stuff I want to change when we do our Daily Bugle. And for one, the building will be tan. I will be building it to about the same height, but it'll be much, much wider. But I will get onto that later in another video. In this city so far, the only main scene that we have going on will be a Hobgoblin and Green Goblin scene with Spider-Man. Other than that, everything is going to be kind of small. This section is going to include the next big villain, which will be Doc Ock. I'm going to have Doc Ock breaking out of an apartment. I might make this like Aunt May's and Uncle Ben's apartment. I'm not really sure yet. But he will be breaking out through the wall and coming down into the streets. There will be some destruction in this, and there will be a lot of other destruction in the street underneath this building, which will all fall apart. But I will not be able to add that detail until the base plate is set and is actually with the other plates on the side of the street. I did, however, in this go through after building the Daily Bugle and change some things. One of the things I changed is using these ball hinge pieces. I made it look more like the building was falling apart and included in like a popping out. It looks a lot better than how I was doing it before, where everything is kind of just forward or back or up or down. This kind of gives you a little bit of a fourth dimension where you can lean it a certain way and have other effects. I'm sure in this process that I will still need to go back and get some more parts from Bricklink. I know I need to get some more 1x tiles that are tan. I have ran completely out. I think I have 2 more 1x6s and that's it. Other than that, the building is going to be done except for the roof. I'm not going to do much on the roof until the base plate gets set in the city because the roof will have a lot of destruction too. I'll probably finish the back of it before it's set in there, but the front of it will include a bunch of the building kind of blowing apart. When I go to achieve that effect, I will be using more of these, and I will be using some flames and some of these antennas that are the trans orange and trans red. I will kind of show you how I do that in that video. I have already done this a little bit in the Empire State Building up there where it is falling apart, but I want to go into more detail and have this look a little better because it's more of a street view. Now let's get to the time lapse, watch the build, and then we'll talk about what's going on. This is the base plate I was working on. Like I said, this did not get completed before. We were waiting on some pieces and those have finally came in. The only thing I have left to do to this that I have not done yet is add details in the rooms. This is supposed to be a Bricklink, kind of like a delivery service type thing, and I have not added anything on the inside yet. I do have the window panels and the door to put on, but I have not done that yet either. I wanted to kind of finish building the building to figure out what I was going to do with the inside of it. I'm not really sure how to lay it out yet, but I did get everything else complete. In this, including, which is the next level, the Bricklink store. I did go over this in one of the other videos. The Bricklink store is complete. Everything is inside of it and together. We kind of have like the table and desk where they do all the shipping and do all the sales and everything. They do have some Krispy Kreme donuts. They have a fish tank, some sets that are already built. One of the things I did to add a lot of detail was I went to a Big Kids toy store, and I also went to Eclipse Graphics and bought a bunch of printed pieces. I have them in here kind of made to look like the old school Lego sets and some Amazon boxes and stuff like that. This will sit on top and be the next floor of this section and just kind of sit on there. Now this will be the next section that goes on top. I'm not sure what will be in here yet. I know it'll be another apartment. I just have to kind of design the insides of it out. And then of course it will just sit on here like this. And then this is the section that all the destruction is going on. I do have to add detail inside of it. As you see, it is blank. But this will sit on top of here and we'll have Doc Ock busting out of the wall. And this will be Aunt May and Uncle Ben's apartment. The height and the other thing, it fits right in with all the other buildings. It does tower over the Krispy Kreme and the coffee shop. I did not want it to be the same size. I want it to be much larger, and as you can see, I have achieved that. But this still is very small compared to the building that is going to be going on either side of the street, which will be the Stark Tower and the Empire State Building. I do still have all the detail in the back, like the dumpster. I put some broken pallets back there and some other things, and I do have the delivery door. The delivery door is one of those things that the truck will be coming out of. I do have a truck that was supplied by the Bricklink store, Camel City Brick House, along with most of these pieces. With this destruction going on, this is the minifig that I will be using for Doc Ock. And things I love about this minifig, it's one that came with the Daily Bugle. I love the way they've done his tentacles. That's going to be a perfect piece for what we need to show him kind of climbing out of the building. I will go into a lot more detail on that when I actually place him inside, but I've got to get all this stuff inside first. And one of the things I'm probably going to show him doing is kidnapping Aunt May. I do know that Uncle Ben did die very early on in the Parker whole storyline, but Aunt May lived for a very, very long time, and she had a lot of problems with Doc Ock and Green Goblin and everybody always messing with her. Spider-Man kind of left the love story there to show somebody that they can mess with them and affect him, and they found out who his true identity was through doing that. With this minifig and everything ready, all I'm going to do is add the detail inside here, show it falling out in the street. I'm going to put some people kind of running up the street. You'll see all that when it comes. All of that will probably not be in the next video. The next video I will be working on the next section that goes next to this and finishing up the apartments up top on it. I do want to thank everybody for liking all these videos and watching them. We're getting a bunch of views. We still need to get those subscribers up, so if you like what you see, please like, please subscribe, and don't forget to check us out on TikTok now and Instagram. But I would like to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to support. And please, 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 if you have any ideas that you think we should do, let me know, and I will see if I can integrate them into the setup. See y'all next week.